Hey guys, what is up? Austin here, aka Bowtie Guy 97, and today I have another install video for you guys. You guys probably don't know this if you're a regular subscriber because I've never really showed it in my videos, but the truck does have rock lights. Now, the lights, if you want to look up in the mount, let's see if I can get you up in there. There is the light. They sit in the fender wells on all four sides, and I've had rock lights for about 2 years, but I've gone through 3 different sets. For a while I couldn't seem to get them to last. I spent like $170 on a rock light kit and it kept going. It just quit working. It quit working twice. I got it, I had it for like a month, it quit working, got it warranty, they sent me another one, and I didn't have the new one in for like 2 weeks and it quit working. And you want to talk about being mad. It's not easy to get this thing all wired up and everything, and I'm gonna show you that today. But I've done it so many times now that really it's not going to take me that long, and the holes are already drilled and everything like that. But if you got to do this from scratch, you're going to spend a few hours doing this. And when I had to deal with that whole warranty stuff, that was I was mad. But after the second time it went out, I said screw it. I needed a pair of lights for show season. Went on eBay, bought like a $30 set. I mean, something cheap, needed it fast. And this time last year, I put in the set that's currently in here. And it worked all the way through until 2 weeks ago. And the light over on the driver's side back fender well quit lighting up. It made it almost a year. I mean, I don't understand why the expensive one didn't last very long and the real cheap one did. My only thing is, the only thing I can trace it back to is going through the car wash. I used to take the truck through a car wash before it was repainted, like part of it was repainted, and my only guess is the high pressure when you go under the undercarriage spray from under the truck got into the box every time and wore it out, and that's the only thing that I can think would cause it to do that. I know people have those kits and they do great. They haven't had any problems. So it could have just been what I was doing. But the kit we're putting in here today is basically what I used to have. Here's a remote. Here is the new box, or the lights. You can have the remote control and they're Bluetooth controlled through your phone. Now, this kit is kind of the wires have kind of fallen out of line throughout the year. They didn't look half bad when I first did it, but it's really kind of coming down on me. And it fell down, and I came under here and just zip tied it up one day just to get it back up, and it looks like junk. It really does. You can see this right here. You never see this because it's behind the panel here, but I know it's here, and it looks awful. But here's the power and ground line. This is the ground line. This is the power line that's run from the battery. That needs to be rerouted up over the body mount and down. Here's the control box. Wait, that's not the control box, or is it? Let's see. Yeah, actually that is. Right there, okay? And there's all the plugs for the current kit. So we got to rip all this out and get the new kit down here, and I've got to rip out all the lights and all these wires that run to all the different lights on all 4 corners, and then rewire it with the new lights. So it's a little bit time consuming. The video, I'll try to be as descriptive as possible, but I'm sure that the video is probably going to be at least 10 to 15 minutes long to try to explain everything. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so there is the old kit. It is out. I threw away some of the wiring. I really just went in there and cut it all up, just ripped it out really fast. I guess before we go ahead and get started, I'll let you know that there's many different ways you can put it. It depends on the truck you've got. There's different ways that you can install them. There's different places you can put them, but know that you're going to have to bolt them to something. So where you decide to bolt them, you're going to have to drill holes or whatever. So I'll show you in the front. We decided we did it in the plastic fender liner. Right there on that edge is a perfectly flat spot. You can drill your holes through there and put the rock light right there. And back here, we did decide to do the bed. You see the reason that there are the different holes here. There's 3 different holes. This was the kit I just ripped out, and that whole section right there was for the kit that we're getting ready to put in. The bolt holes didn't line up when I bought the kit, unfortunately. And we'll show you again here on this side. Yeah. So this new kit should line up perfectly and bolt right in there without a problem. The kit we just took out was a little different. The length of the actual light itself was a little different. This kit that we're putting in here does a whole lot more than the old kit did. I'll show all the modes here at the end of the video, but got all that out. You're not going to have to do that process, so not have to worry about that. But now I'm going to go ahead and wire in the box underneath the truck. That's the main control unit, and then once I do that, I'll show you guys where I put that, and that's pretty much the first step to putting this in. Alright guys, so I've got this box up in here. I'm still going to neaten up these wires. I tucked them up in here for now because before I tuck all those away, I want to make sure I run these to all 4 corners of the truck bed. But this box is zip tied up here, out of the way, up tucked under. I don't want to getting too much water on it, even though it is waterproof. So we are set there. Now if you go to the back, we went ahead and got a start on the new light. There is the new one, and here's the wire. I need to run that down the crease there on the bed. They are bolted back here on the top side, and we will cut those off so it looks neat back there once we get to that point. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the front ones in, and once I put the front ones in, I will run the wires under the truck to the box. And so we're at least over halfway done at this point. So not doing too bad, and let's go ahead and get the front end. Alright guys, and there it is. They are in. About every color of the rainbow you can do. I'm using the remote right now. Let's see, purple, red, it's orange, red, green, blue. That's supposed to be a white, but it's RGB, so it can't be but so white. Let's see, get the flash. What is that? Color fade. That's supposed to be strobe, but it doesn't look like it. There it is. Yeah. And flash. So it's got a good bit of settings. Here you can see on the remote, and you can also control it through your phone. Like I said, it's Bluetooth. There they are back there. I need to cut that cable tie still. But they look great. It really wasn't that bad. Once you get going on it and lay the wires underneath of it, it's not that big of a deal. Let me kind of show you what I've done. So if you're curious, on the passenger side, if you see there, I did drill a hole through the plastic fender liner into the engine bay, and the wire comes up through there and follows the factory wiring down under the truck and along the frame. The same thing goes on the driver's side, except you can't really see it because of the fuse box. But under the truck, here, I'll get over here and show you. You can, for the most part, follow the factory wiring. Even the clips you can use to hold the wire up in there. And here's the holes for your e-brake. You can trim that one. I mean, it's really easy to get this laid under here. Your hardest one is the stretch from the passenger rear over to the box. I have the box mounted right under the driver's side door. That's really the best place to put it. You're gonna have to run new wire from the battery down, because in order to reach all 4 corners, that's about where it's gonna have to be. You can put it in a different location. You can run a longer wire and try to put it more in the center of the truck, but really that's the best place to put it, because think about it, the range isn't all that great on it. We can go ahead and test out the range. I just know that from experience. So if it's right there at the driver door, you're not going to have a range issue when you get out and try to change the color or turn them on or off. Well, it's still working. I mean, I'm about this far away and they're still changing colors, so that's not too bad. It's better than the other kits were. So there you go. If you're looking into doing it, I'll put the link down to this kit in the description below if you're curious about getting them. It's just a time-consuming modification. It's rewarding. Everybody thinks they're cool. If you pull up into a parking lot and you leave it parked and have them on, you're going to get compliments on it, but it is time-consuming to get it all laid in here. I would definitely dedicate I think the first time we did it, it took us 2-3 hours. So dedicate a couple hours to doing it if you're going to do it right. And do it right. I had a buddy that didn't do it right, and he messed it all up, ripped the wires out while he was driving. So, not the best idea, but I will pick the camera back up once it gets a little bit darker so you guys can see how bright these are, and then we will close out the video. All right, guys, we got a little bit darker here so you guys can see this a little bit better. They are pretty bright. So there's red, green, blue. That's supposed to be white, but like I said, they're RGB, so their only colors are red, green, or blue. So they just kind of mix them to try to get close to a white. It's more of a purple, violet looking. But all the colors are pretty cool. I mean, you can go through all the way to teal and orange, do the strobe pattern. All those settings I was showing before. There's the color fade setting. So it's pretty cool. You can adjust the brightness up or down. It will sync to the music as well, but I don't know how well that would work, and I don't understand quite how that would work anyway. But apparently it will. So there you go. There's what it's looking like on the ground. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just as bright as all the other kits were. Like I said, I just needed to replace it because the old kit went out on me. So I appreciate you watching. Hope you found this video informative and this helps you out if you're interested in doing it. The kit will be down in the description below, as well as my Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Madison is here with me today. She finished the project up with me. So appreciate you watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. I appreciate you watching. Take care. Have a great day.